Okay, real talk. You've tried manifesting. Maybe you made a vision board. Maybe you wrote stuff in a journal. Maybe you said affirmations in your bathroom mirror feeling low-key crazy. And then, nothing happened. So you told yourself, maybe this stuff just doesn't work for me. Or worse, you started thinking you're just not the type of person who gets what they want. But here's the thing nobody's telling you. Most people who try to manifest fail not because they're doing it wrong, they fail because they never actually got clear on what they're manifesting in the first place. And that right there, that's the one mistake that kills everything. Stick with me, because once I show you what I mean, you're gonna look back at everything you've tried and go, oh, that's why. All right, here's where we gotta get honest. Ask most people what they want in life, and they'll say something like, I want more money, or I want more freedom, or I just want to be happy. Cool. But ask them to describe it. What does that actually look like? Where are you living? What time do you wake up? What does your average Tuesday look like? They go quiet. Real quiet. And that's the problem. You can't attract what you can't see. Vague desires send weak signals to your brain, to your habits, to every decision you make throughout the day. Think about it like GPS. If you get in your car and just say, take me somewhere nice, your GPS is not going to do anything. It needs an address, a specific destination. Turn-by-turn directions can't exist until you know where you're going. Your mind works the exact same way. When your desire is fuzzy, your subconscious has nothing solid to lock onto. You end up spinning your wheels, consuming content, making vision boards, but never actually moving toward anything concrete because there's no concrete destination set. And here's what's wild. Most people know this on some level, but they stay vague anyway. And I'll tell you why in a second, because this part is huge. Here's what happens when you actually get clear, like genuinely specific. I'm talking you can close your eyes and see your dream life in full detail. Not just, I have a big house. More like you can feel what the morning sun feels like coming through the windows. You can hear the sounds. You know who's sitting across from you at breakfast. You know how you feel in your body when you wake up. When you get to that level of clarity, something shifts. Not in a woo-woo way, in a very real neurological way. Your brain starts to filter differently. You start noticing opportunities you were always walking past. You make different decisions almost automatically because your mind now has a reference point for what better looks like. Your energy changes. The way you carry yourself changes. And people around you, they feel it too. This isn't magic. This is just how the human brain works. We move toward what we focus on. And when your focus is crystal clear instead of foggy, the direction of your life starts to change. Clarity creates magnetism. That's the whole game. Okay, so back to why people stay vague on purpose. Because if you get real, crystal clear about what you want, then you have to face something uncomfortable. You'd have to admit that your current life doesn't match it. You'd have to look at your habits, your choices, your relationships, your daily routines and go, okay, some of this has to change. And change is scary, not just uncomfortable, scary, because it means letting go of what's familiar, letting go of the version of yourself you've gotten used to being. So instead, most people stay in what I call the gray zone, dreaming, scrolling, watching videos about success without committing to a direction, keeping their desires just vague enough that they never have to be held accountable to them. And listen, I'm not judging. I did this for years. It's low-key a defense mechanism. If you never get specific about what you want, you can never officially fail at getting it. It protects your ego. But here's the cost. You end up watching your life go by, feeling this low-level frustration that you can't quite name, wondering why you feel stuck when you're technically fine. That's not manifesting. That's hiding. And you deserve way more than that. All right, here's the practical stuff, and I want you to actually do this, not just watch it and nod and move on. Close your eyes and walk through your ideal day. Start from the moment you wake up. Where are you? What does the room look like? What time is it? Who's there, or are you alone? What does your morning feel like? Walk all the way through the day, your work, your relationships, your evenings. Don't censor it. Just let yourself see it. Ask yourself the 4 key questions. Where are you? Who's with you? What are you doing day to day? And most importantly, what do you feel? Not what do you have, what do you feel? That's the real target. Write it down in present tense, not I want to have financial freedom someday. Try I am financially free. I wake up without checking my bank account first thing. I have time and space to do what matters to me. Say it like it's already real, because in your brain, you're programming a direction, and the brain responds to I am way more powerfully than I hope to. Get uncomfortable with the gap. Look at the difference between that vision and where you are now. Don't spiral about it, just see it clearly. Because that gap, that's not discouraging, that's your roadmap. Now you know the distance you're working with. Getting clear once isn't enough. You gotta return to that vision every day. Not because you're obsessing, but because life will hit you. Doubt will creep in. This is too big for me. Who am I to want this? What if I fail? And when that happens, you need something solid to come back to. Your vision is your anchor. When doubt shows up, you don't fight it. You just go back to the vision. When distractions pull you away from what matters, you come back. When you feel behind or burned out or like nothing's working, you sit with that vision and let it remind you of the direction. Because here's the truth. Your vision isn't just a dream. It's a direction. And when your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions start to line up with it consistently, life starts responding. Not overnight, not all at once, but it responds. The universe, or whatever you want to call it, doesn't respond to wishful thinking. It responds to aligned, committed, consistent energy. And that starts with knowing, down to the last detail, exactly where you're going. So let's bring it home. Here's what we covered. Most people stay stuck because their desires are too vague. Vague desires send weak signals to your brain, your habits, your daily choices. Clarity is what creates momentum. And the reason most people stay vague isn't laziness. It's fear of commitment, fear of the gap between where they are and where they want to be. But the gap is not the enemy. The gap is the map. Your one thing tonight. Close your laptop. Sit somewhere quiet and spend 10 minutes, just 10, writing out your ideal day in present tense. Don't overthink it. Don't edit yourself. Just write what you actually want, like it's already real. That's your starting point. That's where everything begins. And if you want to take this deeper, I got more coming. You're not behind. You're just getting clear. And that changes everything.